Hey everyone, Kevin Muldoon here, and this is my GoPro Hero 6. What I would like to do in this video is give you 8 useful tips on how to get the most from your GoPro. Most of these tips are applicable to other GoPros and other action cameras. Tip number 1, how to get the battery cover off. In here you will find the battery and the micro SD card, and at first I hated this thing. I found it really difficult to get off, but once you figure out how to do it, it's actually quite easy. All you have to do is, with the one finger, push down on the little button and then get your nail in here and click it in and it'll pop up. That's all there is to it. My second tip is in regards to the connection cover. This comes off in the exact same way. You hold it down, get your finger in, and it will pop open. This is actually designed to come off easily so that you can connect your USB Type-C charging cable or a micro HDMI cable or both. Now, you may have been trying to put it back on and having difficulty getting it connected. The reason being that in order to do it, what you need to do is slide this internal little clip here to the side. So what you need to do, slide it open till it gets to about there. This part is now exposed, and what you can do is click it open easily, push it down, and that's it back on. Tip number 3 is if you want to extend battery life, you need to drop down the resolution. Battery life in GoPros and in action cameras in general aren't very good. And if you're going to be recording in 4K, be prepared to see the battery life drain quickly. So if you want to maintain battery life, if you're out for the day and you need to take a lot of footage, drop down to 2.7K or drop down to something like 1440 or 1080. Tip number 4. Pay attention to the recording format. You need to consider the resolution, the frame rate, and any other settings that you have configured. Now, you can address the battery issue with higher resolutions by keeping it charged at all times, but larger resolutions and higher frame rates will produce larger files, which means it will use more storage in your memory card. It also means that in post-production, you're going to be dealing with larger files, which means it's more intensive on your computer when you're editing. But another thing to consider is the fact that many features aren't available at the higher frame rates and the higher resolutions. Here I've got it set up as 4K and 60 frames per second, and you can see that video stabilization isn't available. I need to drop down to 4K at 30 frames per second to get stabilization. But even at this setup and this configuration, I don't get linear mode. What I need to do is drop down to 2.7K and then linear mode is made available to me. So pay attention to what you're recording. You need to make sure you know what you have and what you don't have when you're recording at the higher resolutions and the higher frame rates. Choose one that produces the file sizes that you can manage, the battery life that you can manage, and has all the features that you want to use. Tip number 5. Use the official GoPro app. This is a really useful app. Firstly, because it allows you to see what the camera sees, and that's something that you don't actually get with the GoPro. You can see from the back, but if you're filming and facing yourself, you're not going to see what's being recorded. It's also very useful because if you're away from the camera, you can still control it. For example, when I'm in my car, I will have my GoPro mounted on this, and it's too far for me to actually control. So what I do is I put this up and I can change all the settings from here, from my phone, and I can also click record, and when I'm finished, I can stop recording. Tip number 6, use an external microphone. Unfortunately, the audio is really bad in the GoPro Hero 6. In fact, it's bad in all the GoPro action cameras. In order to improve the audio, you have to buy the GoPro official accessory. This retails around the $50, £50 mark. It's very expensive, but it is necessary. And using this, you can plug in an external microphone and you can continue to charge your camera whilst it's recording. This isn't required for everyone. If you're playing footage and you're playing music over it or anything like that, you don't need this. But if you want good audio, you have to buy this accessory and you need to hook up a good external microphone. Tip number 7, use a dedicated video editor. If you only want to piece together 1 or 2 clips I would use the GoPro official mobile app or the official desktop app. But if you want full control over how your final video looks, I would recommend something more professional, such as Premiere Pro or Final Cut. And my 8th and final tip is to always buy the right equipment for what you need to record. Doesn't matter if you've got a GoPro Hero 6, a Hero 5, a Hero 4, any other GoPro or any other action camera, you need to buy the right equipment. These little action cameras are very versatile and they can do a lot of great things, but you need to buy the right equipment. That means selfie sticks, tripods, suction cups, cases to protect them, cases for putting on external microphones, accessories so that you can record better audio, flotation devices if you're recording in the water, chest harnesses. It doesn't matter. You need to buy the right equipment. Now you can buy these accessory kits and you get a lot of accessories all in one and you can buy them fairly cheaply. I would recommend those to anyone who's buying an action camera. But for many things, you just have to see what you're recording and then find out what you need and then go out and buy that equipment. And that will allow you to record the footage that you need to record. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video useful. If you've got any advice of your own for other GoPro users or other action camera users, please do share them below and I'll speak to you all in the next one.